All right, looks like we are live. All right, there we go. So, what is up? Normally, I already have all of this stuff done before. Why is it? Oh, that's the blinds. I thought that was my door for some reason. Um, but yeah, this is gonna be the first episode of the Chaotic Corner for 2024. Let me scooch around a little bit right there. Normally, I already have my cigar lit. Normally, I already have my drink ready. But I had to make the kiddos some mac and cheese. I don't know what in the world is going on where these kids just want nothing but friggin' mac and cheese. I think the government put something in them so that way they can control them later in life. I don't know. Ooh, this is a pretty cigar. It might be backwards on y'all's end, but this is the Carlos Tarano Exodus 1959. I guess the brand is Carlos Torano. I guess I'm not too positive. I'm still learning the cigar names, and ooh, that actually smells like it's gonna be pretty darn tasty. I'm gonna put that there. Let's see. You guys won't see it, so well, you see it now. I'm gonna have to find my. I'm probably gonna fall here in a second. So there we go. That ought to work. I gotta actually find my tripod that I have that I normally use for uh, my drumming videos and stuff. I gotta figure out where I put all that. My wife moved the my wife moved my living room, or well, our living room around, and so I don't know where the hell anything got put. So for the last couple of days, I've been smoking the cigars that I got from my Motherload sampler from Cigars International. The first day was Legend from Drew Estates. Yesterday we smoked the Kachow. That's what I'm going to call it from now on because that's just what's going to stick with me. It's the CAO brand. It was actually a really pretty presentation of a cigar. Um, and then today we're going to be smoking the Carlos Tarano. We're going to do a little V cut here, or maybe not. That's a horrible V cut. I don't know if that's what we got for right now, but we make it work. All right, so we got that out of the way, and then we're gonna. Oh, it smells good. Get it toasted. All right, and you guys are gonna get to watch me really horribly light a cigar. Ooh, actually, it's not that bad. I think I did an okay job on that one. Just right off the bat, the first couple of the. Ooh, that's pretty good. I like that. I'm gonna set this bad boy right here. And then we're gonna get our wild turkey and our Coca-Cola. Ooh, it's gonna be nice. We're gonna get more soda than whiskey. So oh yeah. Let's see. I think that might be all right. Ooh, that is pretty tasty. All right. So that is how we're going to get started as I scare the shit out of you with my face. So now here is where we are going to get started, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, things of all ages. It is your boy Chaotic JGD 21 coming at you live on the YouTubes for the very first Chaotic Corner of 2024. It is actually still nice and bright outside. This is why I chose to also kind of do it now. Last couple of weeks, we've actually had some pretty bad weather down here in southern Arizona. It's been nice and chilly. It's been really super cold, been really rainy, and yeah, I could have done everything inside, but I feel like I've done enough of these outside that I think if I'd go inside to do them without what I've been using, I feel like it just loses its pizzazz, I guess. So if you like what you see, like what you hear, make sure to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button for your boy. That helps out a lot. That's going to help get my channel built up a little bit more, and hopefully I'll be able to continue to do all this stuff. Like I said, I don't know if you guys follow me on Facebook or Instagram. Last couple of months have actually been really, really crazy for me and the family. So as you can tell in the thumbnail, we have a new vehicle. Hello, small human.
Hello, big father. I was.
Yes, you can go play basketball. You're fine.
Gonna get mad at her for interrupting your thing.
Dude, I've got kids. I don't care. Just make sure you go do that over there, though.
Yeah.
And you guys play nice and behave. So we did have to get a new car, as you can see in the thumbnail. The Black Beauty, she had to be put down. Not by our doing, though. What ended up happening to my Camry is that the computer box, apparently where it was located, was not supposed to be where it was. And so what ended up happening is, over, I guess, the last couple of times it's rained really, really hard, water got underneath the windshield or somewhere, because that's the only other place I could think of, and ended up flooding my entire computer area. All of the connectors, all the wiring, everything was just so we had to pretty much cut ties with our Camry. Love that thing. Had it since my oldest was born, pretty much. But now we are the proud owners of a Subaru Accent. I love it. So far, it's been getting pretty good gas mileage. It's very, very roomy. Under 30,000 miles, which was great. I wanted to make sure that I got a vehicle that was big enough to where I could haul my family around, and whenever my band has shows, I'll be able to put my drum set in the car, and if I needed to, I could still give people rides if we need to. So hopefully this weekend I'll get more into it, but hopefully this weekend I'll be able to test it out a little bit, and we'll see where it goes. If you guys want to tour, let me know in the comments. But anyways, we'll get on here with the program. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, thanks for coming back. I appreciate it. How you been? If this is your first time here, I've got a couple of categories that I talk about: sports, gaming, music, movies, and TV shows. And like I said earlier when I made my Facebook post, we are going to be unveiling possibly a new topic if I have enough time. I did get started a little bit late, and yeah, so we'll see. Maybe we'll have to save that for the next one. But here we go. We're going to start off with sports. If you guys are into hockey, and if you guys have been watching hockey for a really long time, if you were a fan of the Colorado Avalanche, that's when I saw this player. Well, I should say I saw this goalie, and he was one badass of a goalie. Patrick Roy. Even though on paper it looks like Patrick Roy, it is Patrick Roy. He became the coach of the New York Islanders hockey team. Way to go, coach! And I'm not a New York Islander follower, but I have seen that he has been putting up some pretty good winning numbers and stuff like that. So maybe that's just what the team needed. They needed a player for a coach, if you will. Um, Speaking of players for coaches, I know this is coming like way after all of the divisionals and the AFC NFC Championship and all that stuff. I do want to give a shout out to my Houston Texans. I did not think they were going to go as far as they did this year. It was kind of disappointing, like their last outing against the Ravens. But I digress. They're a young team, a bunch of rookies, a bunch of vets. Great coach, great quarterback. I think we have what we need for that organization. So next year, sky's the limit. As long as they can make the playoffs again, I don't know. I think with what they did this year was just kind of like, oh, all right. But I think next year and the year after, they're going to be able to build around C.J. Stroud, build around Tank Dell, Nico Collins. Not sure who they're going to get for the running back. I hope they keep Singletary because he was a beast. Maybe they can get somebody else to help back him up. Maybe if we can get like one more star receiver, maybe that'll help us out a little bit. As much as I like Laramie Tunzel, he needs to stop false starting. And like I made a post a couple weeks ago when they were losing, and it was all due to false starts. Whoever commits a false start needs to get fined, because that is there's just no excuse for that. Like, they just need to be fined. You can't sit there and say that you're one of the best in the league, but yet you commit one of the most atrocious penalties that you could ever have as an offensive lineman. I know I'm one to talk. I'm like the couch quarterback over here, but well, for sake of argument, I'm the couch offensive lineman over here. But yeah, just one of those bonehead mistakes, and I think that's literally what costed the team against the Ravens. So maybe they can get some other veterans, or maybe they can get a better offensive line coach. Maybe they can get them in the gear. And that's where I was going with the whole player for a coach. DeMeco Ryans, the head coach of the Houston Texans, used to be the middle linebacker for the Houston Texans way back in the day. I say way back in the day, but that was only like probably maybe 10, 15 years ago. So the fact to have him back in Houston and literally have a winning season and literally winning the AFC South, I think that really boosted everyone's morale down there in Houston. So way to go, you guys. Can't wait to see what you guys do this week, or not this weekend. I wish it was this weekend. Can't wait to see what you guys do next year. Let's see. What else? Ooh, if you're a wrestling fan, WWE Raw will be streaming on Netflix in 2025. What do you guys think about that if you're a wrestling fan? Um, I personally don't like it. I wish that they would have just kept with the WWE Network. I wish they would have never went to Peacock. And I wish that they would just be what's the word I'm looking for? More proactive, I guess, and making sure that their crap gets put up online. Because I'm one to say, because I am the most procrastinating person you'd ever meet. But at the same time, like, I know when stuff needs to get done, and dude, when you're like a whole month behind Raw, putting it on Hulu, like that's no bueno. Like, they don't even have that updated up on Peacock. Like, I think the last like episode of Raw or SmackDown is probably from like 2 or 3 weeks ago. But they have the most recent NXT up there, but for some reason they don't have the most recent Raw or SmackDown, and I think that is a bunch of bullshit. Us as a customer, as your consumer, that is what we expect from a company like that, especially a company like that that makes a bajillion dollars, a year. But what are your thoughts on that? What do you guys think about certain sports or certain sport leagues, I guess I should say, streaming on platforms outside of whatever they've been on for the last couple years? Which brings me to my next subject, because I can't freaking talk. Which brings me to my next subject, the Super Bowl. Who are you guys going to go for in the Super Bowl? I honestly don't care anymore, but I was really hoping that the Lions were going to pull it off. Apparently, the Lions, like, they thought that they were the Atlanta Falcons facing the New England Patriots when they were up 28-3, and then the Patriots came back and just whooped that ass. Maybe maybe it'll be the Texans and Lions next year. They all went super far this year. So shout out to the 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs for making it to the Super Bowl. May the best team win. I don't care who wins, as long as it's a great game and the stupid zebras don't change don't help the outcome of the game. I hope that the 49ers make mistakes, the Chiefs make mistakes. That's just the name of the game. But when the zebras that are out there that are supposed to call the game right down the middle, and they call it to the left or to the right of that middle to help whatever team, that is what does not need to happen. Excuse me, I didn't mean to burp all up in your face hole. As I'm smoking this bad boy, this thing is really, really good. It's not like super flavorful, but like, yeah, it's not as flavorful as that Drew Estate one that I had, the Legend. Oh god, that one was. Let's see. Oh, and my last thing that I've got for the sports. What do you guys think of the Pro Bowl games? Speaking of football, do you guys like the fact that they have their little like Pro Bowl skills stuff, and then they do flag football? Or do you guys miss it when they would travel to Hawaii and play AFC versus NFC instead of playing like, what was it, Deion Sanders and Jerry Rice's team, or Peyton Manning and whoever it was that was doing it that year? I forgot who it was. Do you guys miss the AFC NFC Pro Bowl, or do you guys like how it is now? Because I personally miss the AFC NFC Pro Bowl, and I miss it being after. Yeah, I think it was always after the Super Bowl. Like, that's what they should do. They should make that shit after the Super Bowl, not make it before, because then you're gonna have players that make the Pro Bowl that can't make it because they're on the team that made it to the Super Bowl, or they're in the playoffs or something like that. And it's just, I would rather just have it after the Super Bowl when everyone's done, and make it just kind of like half speed. Like, don't go all out, like don't go balls out. Just don't make it two-hand touch. I can tell you that right now. Like, still tackle and all that, but just like don't take it as serious as like a real game would be. You know what I mean? But that's all I got for the sports for you this evening. If you follow any other sports and you'd like to let me know what's going on and you'd like to hear my thoughts, leave a comment below. I watch all kinds of sports. My daughter is actually playing basketball for our middle school. So, hey, what's up, Heidi Lynn? How you doing? Thanks for joining the stream. How you been? Long time no see. My oldest daughter has been playing basketball for our middle school, and so we've been getting into the WNBA. I know everyone's got their, oh, it's a WNBA, but they're actually not that bad. Um, I wish there was a lot more people that were more advocates for that sport. I wish there was more people that were in the stands supporting these women because they work just as hard as the guys to get where they are. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. I miss you too, man. How you been? How's life? How's life been treating you? Ah, man, this cigar's so good. So our first subject that we talk about was sports. Our next subject that we're going to be talking about now is gaming, which is my thing. There is a company called Harmonix. I guess they worked with like Guitar Hero, Rock Band, all that stuff. They are going to be switching gears from Rock Band to Fortnite Music Festival, I guess. So I guess I guess they had Fortnite had an update where you could do like Rocket League racing, Lego Fortnite, and they had this thing where you could it was like a music festival and you could play the game like Guitar Hero, whatever. And I guess it was a big hit, so the Harmonix team was like, hey, that's where the money's going to be, so let's go where the money's going to be. Which I get, but at the same time, it's like, why don't you just make a new game? Why don't you guys just work and make a new game and make it like your own thing instead of like piggybacking off of something? And that's just kind of how I see it. But I mean, but then again, Fortnite is like the most actively played video game like known to man right now. I play it sometimes every now and then with the kiddos. How is my life? My life has been pretty good so far. We had to get a new vehicle. Um, it's a Subaru Accent. It's really really nice, really cool. Lots of room. Lots of little doohickeys to play with on the steering wheel and the screen in the car. So that's pretty cool. Still a bus driver. Still a bus driver. Kids are going to the school where I work. Or the school district where I work, so that's a really good time. They're actually learning a lot better up there than they were here in town. So, yeah, that's pretty much how life's been going, and the kids are doing pretty good. Faith is my oldest daughter. She's in basketball. Well, she's playing basketball for middle school now, so we just actually got back not too long ago from that. So let's see, what else are we going to talk about? So again, Harmonix, they're going from Rock Band to Fortnite, trying to make that money. If you're a big Diablo fan, Diablo 4's new season of the Construct is out. I haven't gotten the battle pass, but I have been playing a little bit of the game. The first season I was a barbarian. Last season I was a sorceress, and this season I am playing as a druid. So I find it kind of funny that the druid looks just like me. I got him a bald head, red beard, and he's got the gut to match. But yeah, I can't wait to see what all's going on with the season of the Construct. I'm going to get back into streaming, so I'll be playing Diablo 4. I'll be playing some other games that I'll be talking about here in just a minute as I talk about other stuff. And that's what brings me to my next point, or my next question for you guys. What do you guys prefer more of when you're playing a game? Do you prefer a single player story driven game, or do you prefer a live service game that's like I guess it would be like your Warcrafts or um, what was another one? I guess the most recent one would be the Suicide Squad. I guess that was like a big thing.
And then if you keep fouling, it would make you run even faster. Okay? So you better not foul.
Sorry,
You really have
I had to take another puff. Um, yeah, because I don't know. Me personally, I like story-driven games. As I've gotten older, I've kind of gotten out of like the whole multiplayer kind of thing. Um, Not that I don't like it. It's just I don't have a lot of people um, that I know play the same games as me, or I don't play the same games as them. Um, so that's just kind of where I'm at with the whole multiplayer thing. Um,
and you smack my face.
but there's a game that I've been playing right now called Hellblade, and that game is super super trippy. Um, it's about this character. I'm guessing she's trying to go to Helheim to try to find. I don't know if it's her husband, her brother. I don't know. Still haven't quite figured any of that stuff out yet. Um, and I just beat the first boss, Surtur. He's the fire giant. And in case you haven't noticed, with the realms that I'm talking about, this is Norse. So it kind of tickled in my fancy a little bit because of the whole God of War series that took place in the Nordic lands. Um, oh, I'm sorry. Let me see. You said something else. I was going to do the Zoe Faith clip. I miss it. Um, I miss them doing it as well. Still trying to figure out what they want to do, and just try to be able to make time for it. Um, with me working and then the wife working a couple of jobs, um, where it's and with Faith having the extracurricular activities, it's kind of hard to just sit down and be like, hey, we're gonna do this. Like, this has been the only constant, the chaotic corner. This has been the only constant that I've been able to keep. So maybe we'll start it up again. Maybe we'll do something during the summer, and it'll only be a summertime thing. And so I don't know. Maybe we'll record a bunch of stuff over the summer, and then after the summer we'll just post or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that all goes. But I'm playing Hellblade right now. Hellblade 2, I believe, comes out. I don't know if it's out or if it's coming out later this year, but I got the Xbox Game Pass, so I figured I'd try out Hellblade, and I'm loving it so far. That is a single-player story-driven game. Another story-driven game that could have had multiplayer and a multiplayer aspect to it, but they didn't. They kept it single player, and you just like rotated through the characters. Guardians of the Galaxy. That was a very, very fun game to play. Um, the fact that you could switch, or not switch, but like you're Star Lord, and you could have Groot do something, Rocket, Drax, and Gamora. You could have them all interact and help out during battle. That was a really, really unique experience. I highly recommend going and playing Guardians of the Galaxy. I believe it might be on everything now, but at the time I believe it was, I found it through the PlayStation Plus. It was actually a PlayStation Plus monthly free game that I had gotten, and that was the best thing that I'd ever gotten that month. Um, I think that's where I want to try to make a comparison, a compare and contrast kind of thing with Guardians of the Galaxy and Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. Um, Guardians of the Galaxy is a story-driven based game, single player. There's a lot of like intricate parts and pieces to it, but it's not a live service game. Like, it's not constantly running or being upgraded or updated or anything. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. It looks like it's going to be a fun game to play. It looks like it's a single player, but it also looks like it's a multiplayer thing too. I don't know. I don't really know that much about it. I've watched a little bit of gameplay from people that I guess have gotten it on I don't know. I don't know if there's any multiplayer with it, or if there is, I don't know how it's implemented. But I think if the Kill the Justice League, the Suicide Squad game, if they took how Guardians of the Galaxy did their game, I think that probably would have went over a little bit better with the audience. But then again, you're gonna always have your hardcore audience that's like, this game sucks, it doesn't have this, it doesn't have that, and blah 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 blah. And then you're gonna have someone like me come along and play the game and just absolutely enjoy the hell out of it.
15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7,
What
5.
are you doing?
Every time she fouls me, I'm making her run from the street to the fence.
Okay, well, I hope you do the same thing.
Yeah.
All right. As long as she's not calling foul on her for no reason. Making her run just like a crazy person. The Last of Us Part 2 show, can't wait. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to watch The Last of Us Part 2 show. They kind of... This is where so with the whole like fan base and audience that I was just talking about with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, the same thing could be said about the Last of Us TV show. It started off, I thought it was going to be a great show, and then they went woke, then they did this, then they did that, and they didn't have enough of what happened in the video game happen on the TV show. I think they could have done more. I think because it was so anticipated that they just wanted to get it out and just get it out quick. And I think that's what probably ended up hurting them in the long run. That for me, that's what I think. But I don't know. I might give The Last of Us show another shot. I might not. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. But yeah, I do plan on getting the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And I do plan on playing it on stream. I know that's what everyone's doing right now, but I want to get back into my streaming, and that's one of the ways I'm going to be able to do it. I'm going to play Hellblade, the Suicide Squad. I'm going to play Diablo. I'm going to play a whole bunch of stuff. I don't want to just be stuck on like one game. So my question for you, and then we'll move on, is what games are you planning on playing this year? After I get done with this, I'm gonna go and watch the PlayStation State of Play. Hopefully there's some good stuff coming out of that. I'm looking forward to maybe some Wolverine gameplay, or some Wolverine gameplay. I don't know. I know a lot of that stuff got leaked when I guess when was it Insomniac? Yeah, they got hacked or whatever, and some shit got out. It's whatever. But hopefully they bounce back and everything is hunky-dory, and hopefully there's a lot of cool stuff. And I might even make like a small little video on that too. So if you want to see that, make sure that you like the stream, like the channel, or like the video, subscribe to the channel, because I can't talk and I get everything mixed, matched, and whatever. So just do it. I like Minecraft, Sims, and the Monopoly. Oh, okay. Yeah, my kids are really into Minecraft. I don't really like Minecraft that much. Haven't played The Sims in like forever. The wife is usually the person that plays The Sims. And if you're talking about Monopoly, the mobile game, I cannot get enough of it. I try not to spend my money on that game, but it's very enticing, where it's like, oh, I just gotta roll like this many points. All right, I'm going to spend like $2.99, and I'm going to get some dice so I can try to get that. But yeah, we really love the Monopoly thing. We're really trying to get we're really trying to get all the cards that you can collect. So hopefully we'll be able to get all of them. We have nothing but I think gold cards I think to get, and those are usually like the super hardest to get. So pray that we get it. So that's going to be it for the gaming section of this chaotic corner. If you guys like what you're hearing so far, if you like what I'm talking about, make sure to like the video. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure that that notification bell is rung, so that way I don't have to come ring your bell because you don't have this bell rung, so you don't know when I go live or upload a video or scratch my head or do something, or I don't know. If you want to make sure that you're notified for any of that, make sure you do all that stuff that I just told you to do. Or not, because you don't have to do anything I tell you to do. It's whatever. It's whatever. Next thing we're going to talk about is we're going to be talking about some music, baby. So, my band Noxious, CCHC, because we have to make sure that we say that because there's like 100 bands called Noxious out there. Noxious CCHC. We've got 3 shows coming up here in the month of February. The first show is going to be this weekend in Tucson. It is a 2-day festival called the Desert Fest, or Desert Fest 2, I believe it is. It'll be going on February 3rd and 4th. My band plays on the 4th, and we're going to be up there on the 3rd. We're going to be mingling with everybody. We're going to have some CDs, some shirts, stuff like that. It's going to be at the House of Bards in Tucson, Arizona. So if you're watching this video and you happen to be in the Tucson area, stop by the House of Bards February 3rd and 4th and come check out all the bands that are coming there. If you need a ticket, hit me up. Hit me up on my socials at Instagram, Chaotic GND. That's Gaming and Drums. And then you can hit me up on Facebook. You can hit me on TikTok, Chaotic JGD. You can also hit me up on my other channel, Johnny Two Sticks. You can hit me up there if you need a ticket for the show. I'm also going to try to do my best to maybe live stream it for a lot of people that might want to watch the show, but they live in like a whole another ass state. So I'm going to try to do that. I know I've said that the last couple of times, but this time I'm going to do it for reals. Okay? For really reals. Oh no. Alright, let's see if we can get this bad boy relit. Oh, there we go. We relit that bad boy. This cigar is almost out, so that means that we are almost done with this good old here podcast. Sorry about that. Oh, there we go. So we have a show coming up in February 3rd and 4th. Then we have another show here in my town, Sierra Vista, at PC's Lounge. It's going to be us, Calamity Rising, and I believe a band called Hostile. So if you can't make the Tucson show, then you can make the next weekend show, which is here in town, and come check out our bands there. And then if you can't make that show, the following weekend, February 17th, on the Saturday, we're going to be playing at a place called Rockabilly's, I guess it is. And we're going to be playing with a band called Curfew and another band. I forgot what that band is. And then it'll be us. So I think we're going to be opening. We're either opening or playing second. I don't know. Probably opening. But that's going to be a really good show too. So you're not going to want to miss that. I'm definitely going to try to do some live streaming, or I'm going to try to do some videos to put up for the Johnny Two Sticks channel, because that's where I'm going to mainly have all of my music stuff happen. I do drum covers. I do I do tips and, well, not a whole lot of tips and tricks because I'm not as good as a lot of these other guys are that are out there. But I try to show like how I learned, how I do stuff, and how I do my techniques. But yeah, if you're into that, go over to Johnny Two Sticks. Leave me a subscribe, hit the like, and hit that bell so that way you know when I upload videos over there as well. And oh, you're busy this weekend. It's your mom's birthday on Sunday. Oh, well, tell her I said happy birthday. And that's pretty much all I have for music. Like, I'm not really, like, I don't really follow the music scene like too much, only because I'm super focused on like trying to get better at drumming, trying to make sure that all of my stuff is set and squared away for my band and playing for my shows, or playing for our shows, I should say. They're not just my shows. But just trying to just stay up to speed on all of my skills. So I'll leave you with this question, and you can leave me a comment below or whatever. How do you find new music to listen to? Do you just happen to be like, I feel like I'm in this kind of a mood, and you just go find whatever kind of music for the mood that you're in? Or do you go on like Pandora, Spotify, iTunes, or YouTube Music, and do you like specifically like try to find music from bands that you like or genres that you like? How do you guys find your music? I just like to go on Spotify and just I'm a big metalhead, so I just do all new metal music, or if something is kind of tickling my fancy, like if I hear something and I'm like, ooh, I want to hear what the band has for the rest of their shit. Then I'll go and I'll check out all of their stuff, and I'll just go down the rabbit hole. That's how I fell in love with Baby Metal and Ginger. That's how I found those bands. Even though they've all probably been around for a while, that's kind of how I found them. All right. So now we are going to get to the last and final thing. I think we're going to wait and unveil a new topic for next week. Hopefully I'll be able to start on time. I was going to try to make a funny rhyme, but it left my head. I got distracted by the bird that flew over there because, ADHD or ADD, whatever. I got both. I don't know which one. So our final category is movies and TV shows. I wish I would have waited and saved the Last of Us TV show topic for this part. I'll make sure that I make a note when people are chatting. I'll make sure to write a note so I can so I'll remember that comment, but I can come back and talk to it when I guess when it's a more appropriate time. But we're gonna be talking about movies and shows now. Now, I don't know how true this is, but I really, really love the show Sons of Anarchy, and apparently it's coming back. I don't know when it's coming back, but I saw that it was in the works to have everything come back. I don't know how they're going to do anything. I saw a bunch of rumors that were on the interwebs about some stuff that happened that probably didn't happen, that somebody didn't die, they were just asleep and they dreamt everything, and it's going to be like 10 years later. That's what I heard. Stupid gnats. And so I don't know how they're going to go. I do know that the Mayans aren't going to be in this one. But we'll see how that all that plays out. I can't wait to see what how they get the Sons of Anarchy back into everything, and I wonder who they'll get to come back and play everybody. I wonder if they'll get everyone to come back and play their characters, or if those characters are done and they introduce new people or something like that. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Dude, towards the end, this cigar is really, really good. It's still not strong. It's very tasty all the way through. Something else that I've seen Well, and everyone has possibly seen this. The new Ghostbusters trailer. That movie is going to be fantastic. Looks like they're doing just like they did with the last one, keeping it with the new generation, but still paying homage to the previous Ghostbuster generation that started it all. So kind of keeping it along the lines of that timeline, which is perfect. Perfect. That revving of the engine is not perfect. You little Kawasaki Ninja bike or Honda Civic, whatever it is.
When we're this far away,
But Ghostbusters new movie, I believe it's something with frost or something with ice, frost or ice. I forgot what it is, but it does deal with I guess a ghost that is gonna like freeze everything. So I can't wait to see what it's all about. Want to make sure that this bad boy stays lit so I can get through it all, so I don't have to try to relight it again. Um, a new movie. Well, I guess it's not a new movie, but it's a new movie for me. Why didn't anyone tell me that John Wick was so freaking badass? Like, what happened? Like, no one told me this. John Wick 1, 2, and 3 are on Netflix right now. So if you have Netflix and if you're a fan of action movies, if you're a fan of just like knockout, drag out, like beat everybody's ass kind of movie, John Wick is for you. What?
see that? I put the ball between your legs.
Oh my goodness. Juking and jiving over there, I see. But the whole storyline of the John Wick series is fantastic. Um, a lot of the fighting might seem a little bit repetitive, but some of that stuff is just bizarre. And the fact that Keanu Reeves did all of his own stunts, of course, he didn't get stabbed and all that stuff, but the fact that he's running around, flipping and getting punched and all that stuff, very like Jackie Chan-esque of him, and I applaud him for that. I did watch. There's a video of him out on like Instagram or TikTok or Facebook somewhere, and he literally went through like a very intense like gun training to be able to do what he did in the movie. So everything that you do see him do with the guns, the movement, the everything, that is definitely all real. That took a lot of hours of training, a lot of hours of prep time, all that stuff. So don't know where I'm going to watch John Wick 4, but that's on my to-do list. And that's what's going to bring me to the end and final question of tonight's episode. What has been the best movie trilogy or saga or series over the last like 20 years or so? I only put 20 years because I know everyone's going to say Star Wars, but that started off in like the 70s. You got Star Trek, that all started in like the late 70s, early 80s and stuff like that, or I think the 80s. I'm talking more of like your Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, let's see, TV shows. It could be like Sons of Anarchy, This Is Us, oops, sorry. What is it? What else is out there? Like even documentaries. Like what is your best like documentary that you've watched? I've been really getting into the documentary part of life myself, so I've been watching a lot of like World War II stuff. They had one on there like How to Be a Tyrant, and they went through like all the different dictators throughout time, past and current, that are right now alive, still dictating, doing god awful shit to people. Let's see what you say. You should watch Lift. It's a really good movie. It has Kevin Hart in it. I've seen that. That's also another movie on my to-do list. I do like Kevin Hart. I think he's pretty funny. Um, I've actually been watching a lot of comedians too. I've been watching a lot of Tom Segura. Forgot I can't remember what his wife's name is. I think his wife's name is like Christina. I don't know if she took his name or if she's on her own name. But those two people, hilarious. Bert Kreischer, hilarious. Um, his movie The Machine, friggin' hilarious. I love it. If you've never seen the stand up when he talked about him being the machine and going to Russia for a class trip, you won't really understand the movie that well, but they still kind of like explain it. But very, very worth it. Um, let's see, another comedian. I don't know. There's a lot of them that are out there. Matt Rife. I've been watching a lot of his stuff through TikTok and YouTube. He is really, really funny. You'll like him. What do you need, sweetie? I'd rather you have a drink of water, but sure, you can take a drink of my Coca-Cola.
Why?
Because water's better for your hydration, hydration, not hydration. Uh, no. My goodness, these children. Um, but yeah, that'll be the question I'll leave for you. What's the best movie trilogy or saga that you've seen? That's been your go-to over the last like 10, 15, 20 years. Let me know in the comments below, or you can hit me up on any of my socials. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Uh, I'm everywhere. I'm on X, and I guess you have to put the formerly known as Twitter. But if in case you don't really follow any of that, just follow me on Twitter. You'll find it. Everything is either Chaotic JGD or Chaotic JGD 21. I did not mean to take a whole inhale of all that smoke. Holy crap! But everywhere's Chaotic JGD, Chaotic JGD 21. The only two spots that are different is my Instagram. It's Chaotic GND. That stands for Chaotic Gaming and Drums. And then that on Instagram I post everything, like cigar stuff, life stuff, gaming stuff, drum stuff, anything and everything I post on Instagram. Same thing goes for my TikTok, but that's still Chaotic JGD. I post a lot of everything. Um, and then I don't really use Twitter that much, but I'm on there. You can find me on Facebook. I'm not going to tell you what my name is, but I'm sure that somewhere down the line, some platform has my name. Then you can find me on Facebook and you can friend me and we can chat and all that good stuff. So, if you have anything that you would like me to check out, leave it in the comment below or hit me up on all the social medias. Um, and that's all I got for you this fine evening. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Chaotic Corner. This is episode 11, first episode of the year 2024. Be sure to tune in next Wednesday at 5:15 or 5:20, depending on if I have to make mac and cheese again. But but definitely make sure that you like the stream, like the videos, whatever tickles your fancy on my channel, and make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, so you know when I go live, when I upload videos. Um, I'm not going to be able to stream any games this weekend, but I am going to start getting back to streaming next Monday. Next Monday, I will be on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. Um, and those are all under Chaotic JGD 21. So if you want to follow me on those, go right ahead. You don't have to, but if you would like to, definitely go and follow all that stuff. And yeah, 2024 is going to be a really, really good year. I can feel it, baby. Come on. So I've been your host, Chaotic JGD 21. You guys are the crazy chaotic raiders out there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You are all amazing. Live life, have fun, be safe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace. I'll give one last puff right here. Now how do I stop it?